Well, somehow it messed up.
Thanks for tuning in. The stream ended 88 seconds ago. And there's 7 people in there so far.
Well, we'll see what happens here. You gotta get out of this one and go back to the other one. Hey, can you guys see me now? All right, let me get back out of this one. People are still talking in. Go to the other one. I don't know what happened. I scheduled it to go live, and then I think it was just lagging so bad I thought something was messed up, so I backed out. So get out of here so I could see. Get out of here so I could see the chat at least. Give me just a second. I did see a question before I jumped out. I'm not sure who asked, but they was asking what kind of boat the Muskrat is. And the Muskrat is a 1983 Sylvan Deep B. It is 22 feet long and deep. I like it deep. It's 31 inches from the floor to the top of the gunnel. So it is a deep boat.
Sylvan Deep B.
Oh, I gotta turn myself down. So thank you guys for stopping in. I didn't realize, I mean, I did. I knew that SmackDown wasn't going to be on this week or for the next couple of weeks. I just forgot. I would have made it 8 o'clock and been a little more easy to remember for everybody. But hey, we're here, and we're talking about fishing. I really don't have anything planned. No subjects in mind. Figure we can just goof off for a little bit and hang out.
Give something away.
Hey, what you? All right, now we got it going on. I can kind of see my StreamYard is really, really slow with the chat. It takes quite a few seconds for anything to show up there. So looks like I'm kind of looking back and forth here, trying to keep up with the chat. I got my lovely wife in the background over there. I'm not spinning it around. She's going to help me with the chat if I miss something and help keep things rolling. But I got some bad news. The Muskrat might be down bad. I took it out the other day for a test run, and I was having some issues with idling high. I thought it was just in the throttle cables, and I adjusted a little bit on the lake, and I got it idled down to where we was, can shift in and out of gears smoothly. Wide open, it ran pretty good. We got it up to about 35 miles an hour. So it was good. I got home and I decided to take her with us some more because I was supposed to take Betty and Brandon out on the Muskrat. So I wanted to make sure everything was dialed in correctly. And no matter how much I adjusted it down, I was getting a real high idle. So to backtrack a little bit, I was having electrical issues and I was working through those, and I had the boat in the barn because it was pouring down rain. And what? She's over there giving me hand signals. I don't know what they mean. We got to come up with a code. So I was having electrical issues. I had the boat in the barn, and I was turning it over just to see if I can get it to fire at all. No fire. I couldn't get any fire to the plugs. And I messed with the wires some more, and I bumped it over one time, and she fired up like a scalded dog and was running about half throttle with no water. And just so happened, out of all the wires that I redid, the kill switch wire was the one that was bad. And so I couldn't shut it off. And it ran for about 10 to 15 seconds, about half throttle with no water. And I know that doesn't sound bad, but that's a lot. So that's probably a cool video if I had videotaped it, because I jumped out the boat like a monkey and ran around the back of the boat, cut the fuel line, try to cut the fuel off. That wasn't fast enough. So I started yanking plug wires off until she died. So after that, I'm leaking water around a couple of the bolts. And like I said, it's idling high. I ran a compression test today on the boat, and I got 70 PSI on all 6 cylinders. I'm not a boat mechanic by any means, or mechanic at all. But I find it hard to believe that every cylinder is exactly the same as 70. I could be wrong. I've reached out to a couple boat mechanics. Unfortunately, due to the coronavirus and everything, like parts and stuff are so far backed up. The places I called, they're not taking any boats. You're on your own. So I just called asking for advice to see, if I can just get away with a head job and get it back together and get it on the water, or what? Because doing the heads on, or a head gasket on a boat is real easy. Yeah, 140. Yeah, that's for a new motor. This is a 1990 Johnson. So, 100 would have been okay as long as they were all 100. But 120 is ideal. Yeah, Mike, 120 is my goal. But hey, what are you laughing at? I know what you're laughing at. I'm trying to keep a straight face.
You said baby.
Huh?
You said
I didn't say. I said Betty.
baby.
No, I didn't. Wife says I said baby, not Betty. I better not. She will come over here and curb stomp me. I didn't even know what that was till I got with her. She's from Philly. She's straight gangster. When she's mad. What else we got going on? Anything below 110? It's time for rebuild, new rings, honing, head, and gasket. Yeah. Yeah, it's not good. Not good at all. That's what I'm saying. She might be down for a while, which just sucks because after all that time I spent working on it, getting the interior done and everything, the motor was the last of my worries. Thanks to Janice. The motor was like the last thing I thought I had to worry about. That motor's been solid ever since I got it. And welcome to bank fishing. Man, that's going to be hard to do. Hopefully I can get enough invites. I can get enough invites to keep on the river till the time being. I don't know if starting a GoFundMe for the Muskrat would be. People might donate to the Muskrat knowing they're getting back out, but I don't think they're going to donate to me. A big anchor. Now the thing's still floating. I got a 9.9 on there. If I have to, I'll start going to Hoover and just dragging baits. I can catch fish up there. I'll run my 9.9 if I have to. I don't want to, but I will. Yeah, thanks, Mark. I know. I'll be honest, man. I go through chairs like crazy. I just tear them up. I don't use them very often, and when I do, they get tossed around in and out of the truck, and I just don't pay much attention to them. But I always wanted to get a nicer chair. I don't think I would have considered a $68 chair from Walmart, but after looking at what you had to say about it and the features it had, it's consideration, especially if I have to start bank fishing. I'll be lost. I don't even know what to do. Thanks, Kevin. We moved up 1,700 beginning of the year on accessories and now my motor. Yeah, I feel you, Mike. Man, I won that trolling motor, and that was $2,800 worth of trolling motor on there. And now I ain't got a motor to get it where it needs to go.
Matt said, should I message you about our August 1st trip that we're going to try and do?
Yeah, Matt, we could talk about that. I actually have a tournament. It's supposed to be August 13th, 14th, and 15th. Don't think I'm going to make that at this point. Neutral motor will pull better than 9.9. You're probably right, Chad. When I had the boat out the the other day. I went ahead and I haven't had a 112 before. I went ahead and pushed that baby up as far as I go, and it was moving the muskrat at 3.5 miles an hour. That was on lake. We weren't incurring anything, but I was pretty impressed. 3.5 miles an hour with the trolling motor. Yeah, Kevin, $20 probably ain't gonna. Believe it or not, $20 to buy the head gasket kit. They're not expensive and they're not that hard. Um, if I think that might fix it, I'm going to go for it. I have nothing to lose. Oh boy, who let the dogs out? Yeah. Hey, I just want to say thanks everybody for tuning in. It looks like I got 20 folks in here. That's 19 more than I expected. But we're just hanging out here at the house. I was going to go live from the boat. I was going to sit in the back of the boat and just chill. But I'll be honest with you, when I look at it, I almost get sick to my stomach. It hurts. Norma, I don't think that'll work. Chad's boat has a hard time getting on plane with me in it. I don't think it's going to pull muskrat. I think it would sink it. What?
Did you see what Mike wrote?
I see it and I'm reading it. I don't know what I'm reading.
My dog is on my lap and I just got a big old head tap when your dog barked.
I'm going to leave that alone. You pull me backwards. Chad, you can't pull me backwards. I'll sink. Look at him. Coon eyes. I didn't really realize how bad my sunglass marks were until I'm looking at myself. I don't look at myself very often.
You would get to a giveaway.
Thanks, Norm. I'm gonna. Would you hush? I'm gonna try to get it back together and get it up and running. I mean, it's starting and running. 70 psi is just pretty low, but I'm gonna try to get it, squared away and figured out. It's killing me. I haven't had the boat on the water since April, so the boat is too awesome not to go live. Yeah, I love that boat. I really do. I put a lot of time and money in it. I love how deep it is and how big it is. We got plenty of room, and it's held its own. I put it in a few tournaments. I'm not a big tournament angler. I do it for fun. I really like the charity or fundraising events and stuff like that. I love fishing for freedom. I know I've talked about it before. That's my favorite event of the year. I understand why they had to cancel it, but it sucks.
James loved watching you build the boat.
Well, thanks, James. I didn't really film it that much. I'll be honest with you. A lot of my building the boat was me scratching my head. I was trying to figure out how exactly I wanted to do it. It took me a while to get the vision that I wanted for it, and once I got the vision, I started putting things together. Unfortunately, I'm not quite the carpenter I thought I was, because there are a lot of angles when you get up working in the nose of the boat. You got angles from the bottom coming up and the back going forward, and it kind of stumped me there for a little bit. But I know I got raccoon eyes. I just said that. But now that I got it done, I mean, almost done. I still got a few things I want to do. I want to build some interior walls It just gave me some like pocket room to, stuff my planer boards down in, drift socks and things like that. Just kind of quick access to things at the back of the boat there. Most of the storage is all at the nose. And I'll be honest with you. When I took it out the other day, I got 4 77-pound batteries up front. I don't even know what that means, Chad. Q's baby face. Anyway, I had 4 77-pound batteries up front. I had 3 batteries in the back. I had 7 batteries, and then I had 40-gallon live well in the back of the boat. We was catching shad and stuff to go fish the river, and that boat was still rear end heavy. Those batteries up front didn't slow her down a bit. She paid no attention.
Did you build in a grill this time or sticking to the one you had?
I didn't build in a grill. I am looking to get a one of the griddles, so maybe a 19-inch Blackstone, or it doesn't have to be Blackstone. It could be a knockoff. I kind of like that idea better, not having an open flame. I mean, I understand there's a flame underneath, but not having an open flame does make things a little bit easier. And I'll be honest, there's times where we fished all night and some bacon and eggs in the morning wouldn't be too bad. Hey, Hagen, thanks for stopping by, buddy. I wanted to kind of give thanks to you guys for stopping in. James Dockery was the first one in tonight, and then fishing with the Chad D. I appreciate you guys being in here. Norm, Mark, Hagen, Betty, Brandon. I thought for sure I saw Brandon in there earlier. Ace, Avid. I appreciate you guys being in here. I haven't really done these lives. I've gone on a couple other people's shows. I think this is the first time I've gone live myself. Maybe not. I think I did one other. Hey, Hagen, we're just hanging out talking a little bit. I had some bad news when it comes to the Muskrat. The engine, I'm having some engine trouble. I'm hoping I can get around it, but we'll see. Anyone go live Saturday nights? I think about going live Saturday night from. Yeah, Norm has been going live on Saturday nights, but I understand and respect his decision to go fishing with his father-in-law. I fish with my father-in-law. Love it. We haven't got a whole lot of time fishing lately. He's a big crappie fisherman. He don't care too much for the catfish. I love catfish and crappie. Mark, just kidding. He loves fishing for crappie, and so we get him out and get him on the catfish or the crappie. He's the one that I take with me to Fishing for Freedom. He is a Vietnam veteran. He was in the Army. He was an MP. He was in there for 24 years. And man, that guy's got stories. I'm telling you. To sit down with a vet and just let him talk, and if you got the time to listen, man, they'll blow your mind. Some of the things that guy has told me and stories that he shared. He's a tougher man than most of the guys I know. But yeah, Hagen, that's the thing. Old motors, man. This is 1990. 1990 Johnson GT 150, and man, I had absolutely no trouble with it all the way up until now. Of course, that's how it goes always, isn't it? No trouble until you have trouble.
Are you always postponing you?
I am old. Dang it. I meant like sitting here at the house. I was just spontaneous. I was actually just live because your phone wouldn't work. Betty tried to go live and she didn't have enough connection, so we jumped on mine. Catfish crappie. 90 was a good year, huh? Yeah, I love crappie fishing in the fall. I don't want to quit fishing. but it is very discouraging with all the time and money I put into this thing. And the motor was the least of my worries, and now it's number one. Met my wife. Okay, that makes more sense. I was wondering. Graduated high school. Hey Jim, I didn't see you come in, buddy. Thanks for being here. Graduated school in 1990. Oh yeah, you got to fish for crappie in the fall, in the winter. Yeah, same with catfish. You know,
She said make it a rowboat.
make it a rowboat. Chad, I don't know if your arms even reach the water from inside. Thanks, Norm. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, hit the thumbs up. Share it if you want to. You don't have to. We're just hanging out and having some fun. Can't get it running, Mike. Man, that sucks. I don't know. I jumped on. I'm on a couple of the Johnson Evinrude pages and kind of put it out there. Um,
Wife was born in 1990.
I'm on a couple pages I put out there. You know, I just doesn't seem right. It's a brand new compression tester. You know, it was from Harbor Freight. It wasn't a real high dollar one. I think it was like $30 or something like that. You know, it's possible that it's bad, but I don't know. I won't go give up. I keep digging until I know I can't anymore. Yeah, Kevin, I've been right there. I've actually got a pontoon boat out back that I think I only paid $4,000 for, and I put $3,000 in the motor, and it still don't run right. I had one boat mechanic just kind of ripped me wide open. We about went to court over it, but I just decided to wash my hands and hold my head up and walk away because it just wasn't worth messing with anymore. But yeah, I got a pontoon boat out there too that ain't running right. I've always been a big fan of Johnson's, but right now I got two. Man, has anybody else had these hotgirls.com pop up in any of your comments? I've got these clickbait. They sound like porno sites popping up on they're commenting on my videos, and I keep reporting them, but they keep popping back up. John King is the one that keeps sending them, and I don't understand how I'm getting hit with all these clickbaits. I don't know. Somebody asked me about it already.
Brandon said, did you open the throttle wide open when you were testing the compression?
Yes, I actually did a video. I don't know if I'll get it out or not. So through my research, found that the way to properly test for compression was to get the engine up to normal operating temperature, get it good and warm, then shut it down, open up the throttle fully. I just opened it up all the way and stuck a screwdriver and the connecting rods that hold all three open, and then did a compression test from there. So as far as I know, I did it right. Like I said, I'm just having a hard time believing that every cylinder was exactly 70 psi. I don't know. I don't have a way to. I don't have a way to make it go higher to see if it can even go over 70. So I may end up returning it, getting another one just to be safe. I'd hate to make any big decisions based on the fact that this thing didn't work right. It's all spamming. Yeah, Avid, I just was wondering if anybody else was seeing any of that, or if it was just me. I don't. You guys might be deleting them before any of us see them in your comments, but Jim, I have no idea what you're talking about. I missed it. Hagen, you? Oh, good luck, buddy. Get on a good one. It's tough this time of year. We went out yesterday and got skunked. I've only been skunked twice this year, and yesterday was one of them. So
My Betty.
Huh?
And my Betty and Brandon.
Well, yeah, I went with Betty and Brandon yesterday.
Yesterday was Monday.
That's what I meant. The day before yesterday. I don't know what day it is. It's Tuesday. Oh, okay. Thanks, Evan. I was starting to wonder if I was the only one getting them. I was starting to wonder how in the world. Yeah, Brandon, I'm going to give that a shot first. I'll take it back up to Harbor Freight, swap out for another one, test it again tomorrow, and see what's going on there. I see somebody said hi, Patriot James. Did you pop in here, bud? I just want to say thanks to James. I was lucky enough to receive a couple of his bobbers there a couple weeks ago. I won them on his show, and we got well, the red one's good and bright, but the blue one was on when it got here. I can't get it to shut off. I'm not sure what's up with that. I might have to put some new batteries or something in it, but I haven't got them out on the water yet. Everything's backwards. I don't see why everybody else looks weird when they do this. But get these bad boys out, put them to work. I love using floats, especially this time of year. But you guys haven't checked out Patriot James's floats. He's got those ones there, which is a slip style. He sets you up with the bobber stops and beads come along with it, so that's nice. But then also he has the other ones that clip on more like a. This is a different name brand, but it clips on the same way. It has a clip on it, same as you would a planer board, and then clip on the top. So for me, one of the things I like to do with these is I will rig it on the line here so it doesn't come off, and then clip it on the line here, and I'll send it straight back behind the boat. So let's say I'm anchored up in front of some structure, big log jam or something like that. I'll send this back and keep feeding line till it's right on top of it. And then with this clip, if you don't clip it, see there's if I can get that to focus, you guys can see there's a little nipple in there. And if you go in front of it, you go in front of the nipple, the line can slip out. So what you do then is you float it all the way back, get to the structure or wherever you want to rock if you want to, whatever you want to get it in front of, pop it real quick with your wrist, and it'll drop your bait right on top of wherever you want to put it. So it's the next best thing to using a drone to fly your bait over there and drop it where you want it. So something to put, and another tool to put in your back pocket. What kind of planer boards do I use? I use the original clear boards was my first set of boards. I did win a pair of spread and planer boards, which we used on Sunday, and I was really impressed with them. They planed out very quick for an aluminum built planer board. They really performed well. I did order them with a different type of clip on them. They're out in the garage. I'll show you. It was a locking type clip. Not a fan. I ordered them just because I'm used to this red style clip you saw, and then the clear boards have them Scotty clips on them, and I do like those. But the locking clips, you have to fight the board all the way to the boat, and then unclip it while you're trying to fight a fish. And I prefer the Scotty clips. I think are my favorite. They come off, they pop off when they need to, and you don't fight the board all the way and you fight the fish. So I kind of like that better. Yeah, Brandon, they pulled hard. I mean, I was pretty impressed. They were a pretty heavy duty board. They're built a lot different than the others. The arm is actually welded onto it. They're pretty tough. I make some of my own. I haven't made any. I don't think I've even made any this year, just because I've just been so busy with the boat. But I make some of my own. I made some out of plastic and foam. I make some out of aluminum and foam. Um, it's kind of give or take. The plastic and foam with the plexiglass on it ends up they do plane out pretty quick, but on windy days they tend to get pushed around a little bit easier. And then, but the heavier boards with the aluminum, they don't plane out as fast. They do get there. And I'm using a pool noodle as my float on those ones there. And who is it? I haven't. It didn't show up yet. But the ones with the aluminum and the pool noodles, they seem to plane out pretty good. And then, oh, I see it. What's up, Rusty? Man, long time to see, buddy. Maurice, they don't seem to get pushed around as easy in the wind. So if you're in a windy situation and low current, they do seem to get pushed around a little bit with the lighter boards. But you guys need some new ones. I like the clear boards. They make a lot of boards, a lot of good boards. Like I said, spread them, planer boards. I mean, they're for the most part, in my opinion, they're all about the same. Those ones, I have no affiliation. I don't have sponsors affiliation with anything. But those ones are made a little bit different style. I do like those. Hey, there's some links. Chad, you been slipping? I hadn't seen too many links come across till just now.
River rat catfishing said, still waiting on you to come out. Dad keeps asking when you're coming.
Well, I'll tell you, Rusty, might be sooner than I thought. My boat, I think, took a dump on me. I'm having engine trouble. I'm trying to work through it. I've spent all this time and money getting this thing back together, and now the engine's giving me a fit. So if y'all got room for me down there, I just might load up the old Tundra and take a road trip. We can talk about it. But you got my number. You can holler at me. Making sure this live feed lasted. You didn't have any faith in me, Chad? You didn't think I can keep you guys entertained for an hour?
Creole is catfishing. What's up, everyone?
Hey, Creole. Oh, see. Oops. I'm working on my chat over here kind of froze up on me, so I'm trying to get it going again. And that's what happened in the beginning. I hit live and it didn't go live for a while. And there was like a minute and a half. I thought, well, maybe I did something wrong. So I ended that stream and jumped on this one. It looks like I jumped out of there. Jumped out of there too soon. Rusty, I'll probably take you up on that offer, man. I've been dying to go down there and fish. The Mississippi is on my bucket list. Just hanging out with you guys, you and Dad and Rusty and all y'all. Man, I just enjoy myself when I'm around you guys. So we'll have to put something together. I had a whole lot of plans. You guys noticed I took a vacation, went to Tennessee, played with black bears, and then I was only back for like a day and a half, something like that. Grumpy old cooler guy. Thanks, Kevin, for coming from you and your as many live streams as you're doing. That's a compliment. I'll take it. But we ended up going up to New York, fished out of Dunkirk. I got a video I'm putting together right now for that, for the guys. The name of the group is Really Jerking It. Yeah. So we had a good time. We got out on the boat. Can't remember what the name of The boat's name is oh shoot, it's painted like a giant shark, so we called it Daddy Shark. Do 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 do.
Was the
What's
walleye
that?
yummy?
Oh, the walleye is delicious. Believe that. Walleye is one of my favorites of all the fishes. Um, we fished out of New York, like I said, Dunkirk. This time of year, the walleye really aren't moved into there yet. Um, August and September, August probably being the best month of the year for that area. It's the deeper side of Lake Erie, so we were fishing. We were fishing average of 65 feet deep, but we did make it out to 120 feet deep. And believe it or not, we did pick up a couple walleye out that deep, and a cool little lake, or steelhead. Sorry, steelhead. We picked up out there deep. My buddy caught. So we had a good time, man. Me and a couple other buddies of mine, Herb Everhart. He's not much of a cameraman. You see him in my videos. Robbie Sizemore and Josh Therian. These guys are all guys I used to work with at Walmart Distribution Center, and man, we had a blast. I don't think we stopped laughing from the time we pulled out of the driveway to the time we pulled back in. Yeah, Kevin, it's a little crazy. Those lakes up there, though, I've only fished Erie of the Great Lakes, but man, that water is beautiful. I mean, I'm not an ocean guy. I've only been on the ocean a couple of times. Both times I went fishing. You believe that? And so the water is beautiful. I love water. I mean, that's just who I am and what I do. I love running up and down the river and playing in the water. That's how I got named. What's that?
From another cat says we're getting a distribution center here where I work by 2022.
20. What kind of distribution center are you talking about? Is it Walmart or something else?
We just over getting a distribution center, probably Walmart.
I got you.
Target.
Yeah. I worked at Walmart for about 15 years, and then I left. I took a promotion and went to Target, and I've been there for about almost 3 years. Okay, Walmart, yeah. Did you catch any in the? Yeah, but I booked one of the charters where they take you out like 50 at a time, and they give you these rickety old rods and with cut squid on them, and you just drop it to the bottom. And just black bass. I can't remember. We caught a few other fish. I mean, it was a cool experience, but I was thinking more like wicked tuna. But my budget was black bass, so that's how that happened. And the other time I fished off the pier. It looks like a Sabinki rig. It was seriously just looked like little straws. They were red and white, some were red, a mixture of all that. And I don't even remember what I was catching. I was catching a bunch. We brought some home, and they were pretty good. They were a little stronger than what I typically will prefer to handle. And I don't mind a fishy taste. I mean, I'm eating fish. It should taste like fish. If it tastes like something else, something's wrong. Yeah, you're right, Kevin, that the Walmart can offer a lot to the community. It has a lot to do with the leadership. I've seen our buildings run spectacular, great morale, and things like that, and then bring in a general manager that just can't get the team motivated, get the management team to stand behind them, and it makes for a bad environment for everyone. Yeah, Rusty, I think I ran into Chris Souders a couple of days ago, coming off the Kanawha River when I was fishing with Betty and Brandon. He said he was just fishing the St. Louis area with I forgot his name. Big guide out there, big tournament angler too, I believe. shoot, his name just slipped my mind, but yeah, Chris just videoed his, I believe, first episode for season 2 of Catfish Crazy. And they said they had it. That's right, Ryan Casey. Thank you. Yeah, Ryan Casey. So he said he was out there fishing with Ryan and said they had a blast. So has anybody else been catching anything? I'll be honest. I've been between the 2 weeks of vacation running and nonstop working on the boat, trying to get it going. I've been a little behind, a little out of the scene. I know my videos have been lagging. I lost my SD card that had a whole bunch of good stuff on it, but I found it. So I've been debating, do I go back and start making videos or posting some of this older stuff that I've got, meaning, some wintertime stuff, early spring stuff, or just wait and get new stuff. Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, Matt. Catching bass is fine. We use them for bait. Just cut them up. I'm just kidding. We're not allowed to use bait bass. But hey, that sounds fun, really. Alligator gar. We got noodle nose gar here. We don't have any alligator gar that I know of. But gar is a pretty wild fish. I wouldn't mind catching a giant alligator gar, to be honest with you. I just love big, aggressive fish. The flathead obviously is my favorite, as long as many others for the same reason. It's the apex predator of the water. Hit Deer Creek hard for crappie. Man, I tell you what, I hit Deer Creek hard for. I'm gonna go back to that comment. Hit Deer Creek hard this spring, and man, we was taking limits out every day. But with the COVID thing going on full swing at that time, that lake, man, I got a bad feeling it took a hit, because I'm telling you, I've never seen so many boats on that lake. I mean, even on a holiday weekend, nothing like what you see on a Wednesday down there. I mean, it is crazy, and everyone was taking limits. The fish were just dying to be caught. It was crazy. I'll be running the rod afterward. I'm still figuring out bumping on the Mississippi. She's a mean river, and that's a tough one to learn on. Yeah, I can imagine. I don't know if I froze right there on y'all or what. Well, my screen froze. I don't know if you guys are seeing it froze or if I'm even still on here. So wait a second just to see if it catches back up. I didn't touch anything. I didn't really even move. So I'm going to do this right here because my other camera looks like I'm still moving. So the one I was watching just froze, my StreamYard app. Okay, well, we'll just keep going then. It's weird looking at the camera and it's not moving, but I'll keep doing it anyway. All right, thanks, guys. I don't know. My camera froze on this end, but it still shows me going good. So show must go on. So I'll end up doing a little more looking back and forth, keeping up with the comments. But somebody said they caught 20 some fish from the bank. I didn't see who said that. Let me see if I can scroll up here. That screen froze altogether. I can't even move it. I don't want to mess with it too much. Oh, there it is. Came back.
Ace fishing.
Ace fishing.
Caught 27.
27 fish.
Sunday night off the bank.
Sunday night off the bank. Man, I don't care what kind of fish they were. You catch 27 of them, that's a good time. Yeah, the my dog's over here loving on me. You guys haven't met my dog yet. Her name is Storm. There she is, my Dobie. She's a pretty girl. She's a good dog. She loves to be in the water. She loves to go fishing, and she loves being on the boat. She's a good dog. Uh, Brandon and Betty got to see her on Saturday. We was out catching bait, and she was just hanging out. Hey, Cliff. Yeah, she's a good assistant. She keeps me in line. Keeps me well, she keeps me crazy. She's sitting right there. Monday night caught 200 pounds of catfish in an hour and a half. What am I doing all the way over here? Let me get this squared away. I need to come down there and fish with you guys, man. I can't. I hated that I had to miss the meet and greet. So CJ is my brother-in-law. In case you guys are wondering, I know you don't see him in chat normally. But he's your brother.
Oh.
Silly. But he's another one. When I take the father-in-law out, he likes to go, and we're always pretty competitive of who's going to catch the most fish, who's going to catch the biggest fish, first fish. If it could be a competition, we'll do it. And he's got me sometimes. There's days that he puts it on me. But yeah, 200 pounds of catfish in an hour and a half. Man, I hate missing you all's meet and greet. I was in Tennessee, leaving Gatlinburg that day. I was only going to be back for a day and then head to New York. Just wasn't in the cards for me to make it. When we get another one put together, I will be there. I'd actually like to do something here on the Ohio River. Do something here on the Ohio River. Dress up competitions too. You'd be surprised. I get pretty intense when it comes to Halloween. We used to do some very extensive Halloween costumes. If you look back on my Facebook profile, you'll see some Halloween stuff. Maybe I'll dig some stuff up and put it up there for y'all. But I've done some crazy makeup, so you might have your hands full. As funny as that sounds. Betty says you fish with a million legends, including myself. But who would you love the chance to fish with? I should have seen that question. Kevin, why didn't you ask that question? That's one of yours. I fished with Chris. Chris Flores. Yeah, Chris Flores would be, which is me dropping the ball again with him being on the show the other night and me not getting a chance to jump in there and talk to him or give him some props. Larry Muse is probably one of my others. I really dig the old school guys that have been doing it for a long time. Steve Douglas would probably be one of the top, but Chris Flores, I think he's done. I just really like his demeanor. I really like, he's a family man. He's a hardworking man, and that really gets me going. And how he fishes in little ditches is beyond me. I'd be honest with you. I don't know. I feel way out of place. I don't even like fishing our little river down here, the Scioto. I know there's big fish in it. My buddies have caught big fish. I've seen fish caught out of it, but I cannot catch a fish out of there. So I can't get my boat together. I might be John boating it up and down the side until I find some big fish. Luke from Cats and Carp. That's a good one. That guy's pretty humble. If you know anything about him, and shoot, Rusty, hook me up. I will be there. I would love to do that. You see my ADD kicking in? I was right in the middle of saying something, and I saw Rusty put on there something about Chris Flores, and that was it. Totally lost what I was done. But yeah, Luke from Cats and Carp, I think was what I was talking about. He's a very humble guy. You know, that guy, he's got tons of followers, you know, and I know you don't make a lot off this YouTube stuff. I know some people got the impression that some of these other big guys, and I won't mention names, but, you know, I talked to some other guys and people think that they're making a killing on this stuff, and they don't. You know, a couple, $200 or $300 a month. But the dog's got the squeaky toy. The dog's got the squeaky toy. Mama took it away from her, so we'll see how that plays out. You know, guys making a bunch off the YouTube. There are guys that have. I mean, you get enough subscribers, you could do something with it. My dog is about ready to yank the camera off. But for the most part, you know, most of these guys are in it just for the simple pleasure of sharing their knowledge with somebody and helping somebody out and hopefully catching more bigger fish. I don't even know what I don't know what happened. Chad, you made millions. Yeah, you might have, but you didn't do it on YouTube. What is the first thing I'm buying at CatCon next year? Probably get one of them new Sea Arcs. I just got the look. It ain't going to be a new Sea Arc, not unless they make little toy ones. What? I don't know. Between now and then, it all depends. I'm a big Cat Fever fan. You know, I like to see what they're up to, you know, the newest stuff. But always need more rods. I don't know. It's crazy. You go to CatCon, you think you're buying one thing, and you walk out of there with everything else with it. It's like Walmart. Hughes Craft. Heck yeah, Jim. That's what I'm talking about. Those are dandies. Ain't they like 70, 80,000, something like that? I think I missed part of that, but yeah, Who's Craft. You want to buy the simulator? I think the simulator is like $3,000. I think I've seen them priced before. And you could probably buy one, but you still have to buy the reels. I know that Caleb and I talked, and I think he'd gone through like two $250 reels in one weekend. I think that was at the Columbus Fishing Expo. They came up there and hung out. So it's expensive.
Other fisherman said he was wherever Monday night in the same spot as Jason and caught 200 pounds in 1.5 hours.
That is good, man. If I end up taking up bank fishing, we got a lot of talent as far as folks that know what they're doing right here in chat. I don't blame you. I wouldn't buy a simulator either. So yeah, if I have to, I'll reach out and I'll start learning how to do some bank fishing for a while. Murillo, no, the latest and greatest isn't always the best. You know, I can go back and look at reels that I've got. I actually found a receipt, and this is weird because I'm not very organized typically. But I found a receipt for 1994 Abu Garcia 6500 C3 reels, two of them. I paid $60 a piece for them in '94, and they are still running strong today. They're not the ones I grabbed first, just because I like the power handles, and I could put a power handle on them. But they're still holding true. And I bought newer reels, and they're done. There's, you know, 15-year-old that's over 6 feet tall, trim, no, this.
Rusty said, buy my big boat, Roger. Yoda won't like it, but it's a fun boat to fish on.
Yoda, no, that is way too big. I couldn't put it anywhere. That is a giant boat. I would love going for a ride on it, but you could pay the fuel, because I guarantee you that thing is not cheap, just even to start it. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. 50 cents. Yeah, it's hard to beat Chunky on the bank fishing. I gotta say, I gotta admit that it's only 300-gallon fuel tank. Jesus, that's about what we ran on the boat we ran at Lake Erie. Catfish and crappie. Hey, Mark, thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Have a good night, buddy, and we'll catch you soon. We'll catch you soon. Sunfish for fish. I'll be honest, I don't think I've checked that channel out. I've somebody had if somebody could put that link up there for me, I'd like to go check that out, because I've seen a couple other people comment on that channel, and I don't think I'm subscribed. So if anybody could put that up there for me, I'd appreciate it. Think everyone agrees? I think everyone agrees. Did I miss something? Sunfish for fish. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you guys being here. Norm, is that their link? I see a link, but I don't see whose link that is. Okay. All right. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. How often do I go live? I don't go live very often. I'd contemplated taking Thursdays before you guys jumped on it, so I was kind of relieved. I was thinking about doing them every Thursday, but for the time being, I'll just fill in whenever. I'm just going to leave the name like that right there, quick chat with the Muskrat. And, if somebody's not able to go live at night and I'm available, we'll jump on here and talk. I'll be honest, there's times when, you're all set up and ready to go, and then somebody don't go live, and you're like, man, what happened? And then you go back and look on their post and realize they posted 6 hours ago that they weren't going to go live. But we don't need nobody to go live. We can sit here and talk to ourselves and keep entertained. We just need somebody to fire the thing up. I turned into a robot. I'm going to assume I'm having technical difficulty and I don't even know it. My volume or voice went weird. Well, turn your volume up so you can hear what's going on. Too much helium in the room. I am I'm just using the phone. I got the phone set up on a little mount here, and going through the app there, StreamYard. You see up in the right hand corner. I don't think I don't know how many subscribers I got. I think I'm getting close to 300, but I'm a long 288. I'm a long ways from 1,000. So until I get the go, I'm gonna just use the StreamYard unless something else better comes along. Hammer on, you can still hear you, just a high pitched. That'd be fun to watch back when I get out of here. That sounds like military stuff That there, Rusty, an old TA312 we used to use. I don't know what that is. Mute the mic on StreamYard and then unmute. We'll try that. Here we go.
Chunky Cats is on.
Unmuted. So do I still sound like one of the elves off Wizard of Oz? Better? Sweet. Thanks, Chad. See, Chad's just, he's like a good bra. You know, he's just so supportive. I just said that. That's a bad thing about live. I can't edit any of this. I got to watch what I say. Recording my robot voice. Great. I've been playing around with some apps and stuff, trying to make some cool intros and do this and that, play with the pictures. I just kind of fell out of things there for a while. When I lost all my footage, I was pretty bummed out. And you know, I keep using the excuse of working on the boat. But my wife will tell you that I'd be outside by 6 a.m. Working on the boat, and there's many nights I didn't go to bed till after midnight, and be right back at it again the next morning. So you say that's the best part, being live. You don't have to edit nothing. That's true. Editing can be challenging. Last couple of videos I did, I just kind of put them together. I used to sit down there for hours and try to make them look right and sound good and all that. Put some cool stuff in there, and I'll still do that. But it was preventing me from getting content out because, you know, I wanted everything to be perfect, and you know, none of them turned out perfect anyway. So I figured, why not just get some content out there, share some stuff that I've had in the back of my mind, and I got more stuff brewing, and yeah. Originally, my wife's telling me, hey, it's been an hour. I asked her to tell me when I hit an hour. I did not want to interfere with SmackDown catfishing, which is why I picked the 7 o'clock hour. But since how they're not on, if we want to keep pushing on, we'll just hang out. If you guys want to wrap it up, I don't think anybody's going to say, SmackDown, baby! I just scared the shit out of the dog. Woo! But I don't think anybody's going to say, hey, shut it off, we're tired of looking at you. But we can just hang out for a few more. Would rather chat here with you instead, bro. I appreciate that, Evan. Those guys aren't live. They've taken a few weeks off. I don't remember why they said they were, but it's fine. That's for you, Brandon. I know how much you love that. I need to get that hat. You talking about mine? Everybody else has got the cool catfish and crappie hat. This right here was a promo they were running, and $50. I got the new T-shirt. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Or do I gotta move? I'm asking you, honey.
It didn't show up yet. Yeah.
Anyway, got the T-shirt, the hat, T-shirt, hat, some erase, some kind of chemical stuff you put on your hands and erase all scent.
Texas Headhunters wants to know what kind of truck you drive.
I got a Toyota Tundra. Absolutely love it. The only way I would be happier is if it was new, or if I would like to get a diesel. With the fuel mileage, basically what I get out of it. And hey, there's Skip Stewart. Thanks, man. I was wondering where you been. I've meant to send you a link, but I don't know how to do it while I'm live. But I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, Toyota Tundra. I would like to get a Cummins diesel. Just, you know, I do like to travel and move around a lot. You know, I fished anywhere from Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, Quincy, Illinois, Missouri. So I think that's about the range. Lake Erie. I want to be able to take off and go to those places. My Tundra does just fine. There's really no need to go something different. It's just getting old. It's got about 200,000 miles on it, which I know for Toyota Tundra ain't much, but that's what I'm running right now. Thanks, Lyle. Just rub it in. I get reminded like 3 or 4 times a week, all these guys got the hat by me. And he's not in here, so I'm not trying to lay guilt trip on him. He had to move out. Cummins without a tune, you get about 14 mile down. Ask Mark, you got a brand new one. Yeah. 14 highway, it ain't bad. I don't know if that's pulling or not pulling. My truck gets about 14, 15 highway, but I only get about 8 or 9 pulling the boat. So it gets expensive once I start taking off on these any longer trips. Hey, 1980 GMC. Hey, them old ones are good. Yeah, I tell you, Rusty, riding with your dad there on his truck with the dually, man, that thing is a smooth ride. I can't imagine it being any good if you actually got off road. I do like to occasionally get off road. I still like to do my deer hunting and stuff. So I'm not sure. I'm going to assume that those are not good to get in the mud. I know that they don't do well, in the snow and ice and things like that because of the weight distribution along the back axles. But 10, 11 mile an hour pulling a 38-foot fifth wheel. Holy smokes. Yeah, see, that kind of stuff there just makes me want a diesel. I'm waiting on the bucket hat models to come out. So that's a huge dump. Hey, Jay, how you doing, buddy? 3/4 would be better for what you want. Yeah, I don't know if I need 3/4. Maybe. I don't know. I was looking at 2500s, but diesels last forever. Cummins 1 million mile engines. Yeah.
Did you read the one before that?
What's that? You ain't driving a real truck unless you have to pump the gas a couple times before you start. Well, let me tell you, I grew up with 70s Dodge trucks. All right, so I had 77 Power Wagon, I had a 79 Custom, whatever else. I know no old Mopars, man. You had to pump the crap out of it to get it to start. I mean, I'm talking put the pedal to the floor about 15 times before you even try cranking it. Fishing weekend in September. Avid, what's the date on that? I think I saw something about that already. I only got one weekend planned in September, and it's with the wife. We're going to a concert. 62 Dodge Stepside. Boy, I'd love to have that truck. That is a sweet truck. I think I'm missing some stuff. Mr. Baker, I understand completely. I'm telling you, I had the hand choke and all that. Great idea, Betty. What did I miss? Betty what's Betty saying? I'm trying to scroll through here. I think the comments are coming in faster than I can scroll. Do you see what Betty said?
She said she just wanted the camper to pull her boat over and fishing trips all in one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that a couple of days ago. Yeah. Just get a camper and an RV and pull the boat wherever you got to go and back the boat in and all that. Just travel. We've got a Now we've got access to a pop-up camper here, and it needs a little bit of work, but we thought about that. Me and my buddy Herb, we thought about just taking off. But by the time you take two vehicles to pull, one pull the boat, one pull the pop-up camper, you're almost better off just renting a place to stay. 27 people. I got 27 people in here. Well, thank 28. Hey man, thank you guys for hopping in here and sharing some time with me. Uh, I just thought I'd hop on here tonight and kind of shoot the breeze for a little bit. I wanted to kind of share the Muskrat uh, engine troubles I was having. I know I got a lot of people that have asked to get together and do some fishing, and I love going out with new people. I love taking people out that haven't never been on the river or don't know much about the river, um, or just want to go fishing with me. I love fishing with new folks, and so for right now, that's going to end up taking. Right now, it's going to take a pause while I try to get the engine and stuff all figured out, and then hopefully come back stronger than ever. And but see my pretty face. Well, you're extremely disappointed, I'm afraid.
The Broncos are coming out.
Yeah, I saw the new Broncos. They do look pretty cool. I'm not generally impressed with the new models. Uh, new models over, you know, making over older models. They just don't normally look good. What's your last name, Roger? My name is Roger Dement Jr. Got my dad's name. I'm missing some stuff here. Thanks, James. I appreciate that, bud. Thank you, Skip. Skip, I didn't even realize yesterday was Monday. We didn't even talk about fishing. I was wore out anyway, and it's hot. But my my boat might be on the back burner for a minute, Skip, until I can get straightened out, figured out, or another motor purchased. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. So anytime you want to go fishing, I'll take invites. We was talking about the mighty Scioto River earlier. Oh, thanks, Betty. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I like to have a good time. I like to have a good time and play around. Head gasket, yeah. Patriot, I hope it's just a head gasket because I can do that. That's a cheap fix. A little bit of thanks, Abbott. I just got that. A little bit of labor, more labor than anything, but I'm not scared of labor as long as I know I can get it, squared away and taken care of. Um, but if it's just a head gasket, I'd be happy. Um, I want to get it. I'd like to get it back together and get it back on the water. Yeah, Skip. The Scioto is about bone dry, and I don't think any of these rains we've got. I don't think a drop made it to the river. You got all these crops growing in these fields and all this vegetation growing in the woods, and they're thirsty. So when we get that rain, they drink it up quick. I don't think anything's gonna make it to the river for a while. Yeah, Norm, you're right. I think that's about what it calls for, about 6 hours labor. Uh, so you must have done that before to know that that's about what it calls for. So well, I appreciate that, man. Uh, I love stepping out of my element and trying something new. Uh, Fishing in Mississippi and Louisiana. That sounds like a ball. Uh, What was that? Was that me? Well, so my wife got bored, which must mean it's time to shut it off because she's over there watching YouTube videos. I hear some weird stuff going on in the background. I thought it was coming from me. Oh, Skip, that's not good, man. That's not good. Let me get this off here real quick. Went today, boat didn't do very well. Was that because the water was so shallow, or are you having technical or mechanical problems? Show us the cup. Right there it is. Whoops, wrong way. Muskrat Adventure. That's just one of my stickers. I stuck it on my cup. It's her turn to take an hour. All right, Janice, you're up. No. Oh, she's over there waving. I mean, like she's trying to land a plane. She's no. Yeah, the cup. I just threw all my stickers on there. You need 3 of those cups. Why you need 3? I got 1. I got 1.
I almost sent it to him in the mail.
Send what?
A cup to him.
No. What's the matter with you? She's over there telling me to send cups to everybody. No, I don't drink coffee. I love the smell of coffee, always have, but that's sweet tea. I drink a lot of sweet tea, about a gallon a day. Actually, about half a gallon a day. I try to mix it. Every time I get a glass of tea, I have to drink a glass of water before I can have another glass of tea to make sure I get enough water in me. Otherwise, I'll just drink tea all day. Where do you get those stickers? Oh, you get those by PMing me? Just by PMing me. I got to get some more. I'm actually running kind of low. I'd order some off a website. I might need to find a new website, but I ordered some just on a whim. They was running some kind of promotion. I think it was Sticker Mule. Sticker Mule had a promotion going on. I think it was like $19 for like 50 of them. I thought, well, we'll see. And they are very nice, but without the promotion, they're like, I think they're $59 for 50 of them, which ain't horrible, but I'm a tightwad. Huh? Oh, hey, Creole, thanks for stopping in, man. I really appreciate you being here. I try to get some more of these put together. Next time I try to get a little bit of a theme or something there, so we're not just all over the place. Because with my ADD, I'm just kidding. I don't know if I got ADD. We didn't have ADD when I was a kid. You just got your butt beat for being stupid. But thank you for stopping in and hanging out with us. So, all right. Anybody else got any questions or anything that curious about? Anything about me, my fishing, my boat? Janice, they're trying to get you on the show. She's still waving her head no. Like she's got a tick on her neck or something. She's trying to get rid of it. She's in her PJs, she said. She's not coming on here. And her PJs came from whoopings. Heck yeah. I don't know if you can consider mine whoopings. I got my butt beat all the time. Go pick your own switch. That was a good day. Pick your own switch. Any future rod or reel updates and your PBs? I forgot what your PBs are. So rod and reel, I pretty much run Big Cat Fever rods and Muddy River catfishing rods. Those are the two that I prefer the most. Reels are 6500s and pins. I got 2 pin squalls 20 and 2 pin fathoms 20. And I'll be honest, my pin fathoms, both of them, one started hanging up on me the other day when I was fishing with the Cross family. And my fathom is a line counter, and the the cover for the line counter for the numbers fell off soon after I got it, and so I'm kind of disappointed in the fathoms, but thrilled with the pin squalls. I think if I got to get more, I'll probably go with the pin squalls. I love the line capacity, but they're on you. They are on you. There goes the dog. What's in your tackle box? Oh man, I don't have it in here, but so my preferences are I love tackling cats gear. I like the tackling cats 9/0 circle hook. The wide gap. That's my favorite hook right now. I got my preferences and reasons. Tackling cats, quick snaps. I'll tell you that almost every one of my rods are set up the same. The main line will come down to a sinker slide and a bead and a quick snap. And that allows me to pre-tie all my rigs. And I break off. Anything happens, I get a nick on my line, I can pop that leader off and grab another one and pop it back on and be back in the water in seconds. So that's how I prefer to rig them all up. I pour my own lead. I generally run heavy lead, and I run 8 to 10 ounces most of the year. There are times I'll run some lightweights just to kind of let the bait move into holes or move along naturally in the water column.
Did you see the question about the oil and bait casters?
No, what was the question?
Matthew Baker said, I need to find a good oil for my bait casters. Any suggestions?
I think I got it right here. Here's where a lot of my junk is, but this one here I've really liked a lot, and that is, if you focus, that's real butter. I'm actually kind of low on it. Real butter stuff's been pretty good. I've liked the Bass Pro stuff. Right there's the Bass Pro Premium Real Oil. And I know that there's better stuff out there, but this is the stuff I've been using for a while and liking it. The real butter I like quite a bit. Braid or mono? I'm a mono guy. I only have braid on my bumping rod and one other rod. I use braid on my skipjack rod and bumping rod, really about it. My favorite mono is Andy Monster and Slime Line, the two you will most likely see on my rods. Well, that's good to know, Chad. Yeah, the quick clips, just for me, they just make life a lot simpler and just keeps me in the water longer. The longer you keep your bait in the water, the better your chances are catching a fish. And I know I've had people, ask questions, about my techniques and catching more and bigger fish. And it's simple. I fish a lot. Time on the water. I can't remember. I think it might have been Quentin Robbins asked a couple years ago, or maybe last year at the Catfish Conference, and I could be wrong about who did that, but I think it was Quentin. Asked all the big guys at the Catfish Conference what they thought the number one thing is to catching more and bigger fish, and unanimously it was time on the water. Uh-oh. Guess I'm not awesome. Chad, you're awesome. Don't ever let anybody tell you any different. You're the man. You're a man. You're pretty close. Yeah, I don't think I've used the Whisker Seeker quick clips. I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing if you had to tape them shut. I think you're talking about a clasp. These ones here, kind of one-piece material that circles around and makes it to where you can hook back on stuff. It's kind of like a heavy-duty paper clip, to be completely honest with you. Love being able to switch to different rig and a snap. Yes, Skip's had a pretty good year. Caught a lot of good fish. I've really enjoyed getting to know Skip's one of those guys that ran into right here on YouTube. Met through Chris Souter's videos and got to talking to him. Got to hanging out, doing a lot of fishing together. Chad got to meet him through here. Got to go fishing together. Betty and Brandon, met them on here. Got to go fishing with them. And who else? There's quite a few folks that I've met through here that turned out to be super folks that we can hang out with. All right, that's the wife. She said, now you're at an hour and a half. I'm thinking that means shut it down. So I think we'll wrap it up here. I don't want to go on forever and ever, and then we won't have nothing to talk about next time. Like I said, if you guys have any questions that you don't have to wait on a live chat from me or comment, hit me up on Facebook, Roger DeMint Jr. I also have the Muskrat Adventures page. If you guys don't mind sharing some stuff over there, kind of get that page kicked off a little bit and get it rolling. I created that page, kind of try to separate a little bit of my personal life and my fun life fishing. So if you guys can share some stuff over on the Muskrat Adventures page, and until I see y'all again, you guys have a great night, and I'm sure I'll catch you. What we got tomorrow night is, what is today? Tuesday? Tomorrow is Wednesday, which means who's up tomorrow? Who is up tomorrow? I don't know. That's right, Patriot. Good, well, man. I'm slipping over here. Patriot James. Yeah, don't miss that show. I love what James is doing over there with his show and guests and stuff that he has, and just hanging out and talking good stuff over there. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time, have a good one. Get out there and find your muskrat adventure. See you.